Hey there, gorgeous gays! Version 2 here with Splatoon 3 on Season 3, but Splatoon 1, which is apparently happening now. From the direct, I didn't realize it was happening this soon. But because they said a season, I'm in Australia, so when I hear, coming this season, and I'm on the other half of the fucking planet, I just ignore it and just wait for it to come out. Because I have opposite seasons, and we also call them differently here. So, I got completely blindsided by the fact that this is happening now. But there's also a new season. Buster Wolf, that counts.
Best Wolf!
Buster Wolf. There's also a whole new season of new stages, no new weapons, kind of. New stages. I don't actually know what the stages are. I don't know if are there new stages actually? I'm actually not sure. Twitter's been not functional for a few days now. I saw about some of the new weapons. There's no new weapons, but there are new specials, so I think that's the trade-off. I have no idea if there's new stages, though. There's also a couple of other quality of life things and some other big things happening. Apparently, a lot of stuff seems to be happening. There's also this, which is not today's stream. I really didn't think they'd do this. Yes, there's the new special on an NZAPs. That's what I'm going to try. Right, they're hard, though, so it's not really news. Let me see the report. That was horrifying! Is that the scream of the new boss? That was horrifying! There's a big run alert! So as I predicted in one of the recent Splatoon streams, because everyone predicted it, there's a big run happening! And the big runs are going to be when to introduce new bosses. And that's why we haven't had a new boss for 6 months. Because the first big run took a while. Well, that sounds different to the Kokozuna one. That sounded different to the Kokozuna one, and it was terrifying. But this is our new King Samanid, the Horrorboros, which is an incredible name. So what Samanids is headed for Inkblot Art Academy. Maybe they're like artsy Samanids, or maybe they just want to learn. Will I take classes? Is Splat History 101 going to fill up before I can sign up? You haven't taken Splat History 101 yet? Never mind Splat History, I'm going to show Samanids a Splat Future, let's go! Expel these Samanids like so many delinquent children. Woo! Murdering another species, let's go. Really gonna need some help with this. Anyone? Sounds like they're having some kind of special reward for helping out. How is it gonna work on Inkblot of all things? Are you gonna be in the middle and they're gonna come from the two lower parts on the side and the top there? And then you go to one of the bases for high tide? I'll be honest, it's kind of terrifying if that's what that is. Inkblot in the middle is not a stage that you have a lot of movement options. At least in Wahoo, it was a little big. You do not have much movement in the middle of Inkblot. It is a square with a square in the center that's higher up. Face hills deep cut. Let's go. Let's go. Start of the big run. There's also another thing happening this season for Salmon Run, but that's not until next month, I believe. And that one's a big one. And that's a unique thing that I've never done before, so I'm excited for that one as well. Oh my god, you get so many shinies, Mikey! Oh my god. New season! It's the fresh season! And we're doing the opposite of freshness. Some new weapons! So we don't have any new weapons. As in every single weapon this season is just a previous weapon that we've had with a new kit. Which, I'll be honest, for 6 months into the game, it now means that in the first 6 or 9 months of the game, like, until 9 months pass, the new weapons, in terms of they function differently, that haven't been in Splatoon 2, for the first 9 months of the game, are going to be Tri-Stringer, Reflux, Splatana Stamper, Nova, Sniper Rider, and Big Swig. In terms of new weapons, in terms of how the primary weapon functions, in the first 9 months, those are the new functional things. That's concerning. But again, I think the trade-off is that we're getting new specials this time. Because as you'll see there, the 96 Gal Deco has the Kraken, because the Kraken of all fucking things is back from Splatoon 1. But it is different this time. But the Kraken is back, It's called Kraken Royale this time. And the NZAP has a new special called the Super Chomp. Going for Finizen? Fuck yes, Finizen. Fuck yeah, Finizen. Palafant's one of the best Pokemon in Scarlet Violet. I knew they updated some of the old maps and some of the new webs is really OP. I mean, I've seen people be terrified about the Neo Splashomatic because normal Splashomatic is already meta-defining because of Burst Bombs and Crab Tank. Mainly the Crab Tank and the fact that it gets special really quickly. And then people are just like, oh, and Neo Splash is also just a really fucking fantastic kit. Okay, fun. So yeah, we do have 12 new kits. Last time we had, I believe, 10 kits and 3 new weapons. We have 12 new kits. And as you can see here, there's a couple weapons there's like 4 weapons that have the new specials. So even to use the new specials, like if you want to use Super Chomp, it's Splash Blast and Neo, all that. So yeah, and then Crack-On Splat Roller has the Kraken back, which is nice. And then the 96 Scale is the Kraken as well. So there's that. Knock yourselves out, just listen to what Sheldon says. I might be the only one. Umami Ruins. Yo, Manta Maria. That okay. Okay, new stage and a returning one. Umami Ruins. Okay, so I have no idea what the layout of that is. Manta Maria. I remember that stage. I feel like that's a stage that's always a massive just a blowout on one team or the other from memory. I do remember that stage though. I definitely remember Manta Maria. That's a big time for listening, but those new stages do look good. Being good for battling, right? Because that's what they're there for. And we have latest from this. That is horrifying. That is a horrifying sound. Ah, what is that horrifying thing? I think it's cool. Apparently, you have a King Salmonid, which we have isn't the highest quality. I can't quite make it out. I feel there may be some real life sightings, so watch out. There is a bunch of other things that have also happened. There's a lot that's actually happening right now. Here's some good news and bad news. What do you want to hear first? Good news. I can pretend I didn't hear the bad news afterward. All right. If you can believe it, they're finally done rebuilding the train station. It's actually done. It's going to be worth the wait. Now we get to Inkopolis and back in a flash. So what's the bad news? Folks from Inkopolis can also come here. Alturf. Think of how hard parking will be. I can't face to park my eels as is. If they're on the train, why would they need to park? So there's also that. Inkopolis 1 hub is, like, Splatoon 1 Inkopolis hub is back. Wow. We get none of the new stages right now. That's fun. I'm not doing this the day of the new season. It's the day after. Nice. Unless we'll only see Manta Maria if we do tower control of all things. Okay. Okay. And there's some... That is actually the first piece of half-decent looking gear that they've had this season for that. That's it for now. There's also... There's music changes for the lobby. That's a new thing. They've changed how music works in the lobby. I did so well. I played so much ranked last time. And we have a new catalog. I got to level 32. So I get hardly anything. I mean, check out the new emotes catalog this season. There's a lot more emotes from what I could remember. You can visit Inkopolis with ease. Better than Inkopolis? Well, it's a bit like Splatsville, but a little more shiny. Here you can catch the entrance to the train station. Now it's easy to go back and forth. We're hearing that all the shops are better stocked. So if you had your eye on some new gear, try and do a great little shopping. Oh, okay. Is that the badge for just buying the DLC? Is this the badge to let people know? Oh no, just reach level 30. Oh, okay. They realized that levels were useless. They realized that levels were useless. So there's just that. 3.0 makes you can get all catalog rewards excluding the gear from the RNG machine thing. Even emotes? And also no gear is the big one. Because there's so much gear. But I deliberately didn't focus on it last season because there was no gear that I wanted. I mean, I have the gear I'm going to wear forever now, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah, they're giving you something for a badge now for leveling, so they can say it's at least something. Is this just one of the tasks I got before? Yeah, it is. Emotes, badges, etc. So there's anything that isn't gear. Okay. There's also the new catalog that we're going to get. Yeah, it's new season days. There's a lot of shit that's happening. Catalog level went up. It's level 0, so nice. Fuck yeah. I can now fill my catalog with diapers? I think it's, I mean, my splash tag with diapers? I think it's diapers. I ship it, box. Love and War comic. Oh no, it's a threesome. Gotta get to level 99 for that final badge. I will never get every badge in this. Honestly, the fact that I've now, like, not finished one season makes it so easy to just write it off and just say, well, I now don't have the motivation to actually try. Oh my god, the white inky rider is back. I will buy this. I will buy the white inky rider. Being able to change into the white inky rider if I don't want to run if I don't want to run Ninja Squid, that'll be nice. That'll be nice. Nice. I can actually make 2 sets now. I can actually make 2 sets. I will make one of those. Anyway, we have new weapons. He's going to talk about 10 weapons, so we're going to do this. Oh, sorry, he's going to talk about 12 weapons. Oh, this one. Oh. Yeah, super charm. It fires Zikos that look like jump landing spots, but in fact ticking time bombs that explode, which I'm very curious how that works. Yeah, so we have the Crack-On from Splatoon 1, which if you don't know what that is, you turn into a giant invincible squid, and you run around swimming, and if you attack someone, you kill them. And then we have Super Chump, which launches a bunch of things. It makes it look like there's a bunch of Ninja Squid spots, and then bombs land and explode. When I catalog of modes in particular, are you talking about the Repping Incopolis one? Because I did say that one. And if that's what I think it is, that's pretty good. If Repping Incopolis is an emote is what I think it is, then that is the best emote in the game. Yeah. We're gonna buy the Crack-On Splat Roller, so we can at least try out the new Kraken thing. We're also gonna get this one, the 89, because NZAP is always good. And also, Super Jump might be nice. Super Jump will be nice if you want to run this and you want to actually have an offensive, like a proper offensive special, as opposed to just having the, Tacticaler. So there's that. Do I actually have them all? Have they put any of them past level 30? They have not. I was wondering if they would have put any of this past level 30. They haven't. So everything is still in level 30. So there's a lot of things. Apparently we can also do Table Turf online. Is that currently available? Is that a thing you can actually do right now? Or is that something coming during the season? They've confirmed it is finally happening, but I don't know if it's available now. I don't know if it's now. But they've confirmed this season it's happening at the very least. Oh, okay. DLC rewards. Okay. Because you buy the DLC, here's a bunch of food tickets, and oh my god, that's 123,000 cash. Hey, and a Squid Sisters banner. Okay, that one's adorable. Squid Sisters banner is cute. Yeah, so can we, look at the emote is only level 10. Well, that makes it a lot easier to get. Yes, you can. No, you can also just choose the other battles from up here as well. Table Turf is online now. Table Turf is finally online. We're not going to do it today. I'll make that a separate stream at some point. But yes, we can do Table Turf now. I haven't touched much Table Turf since the game came out, which I should probably, now that it's online, now I have the motivation to. There's also the jukebox here, which we can use this to request songs in the lobby. See, yeah, look, oh my god. Oh, they have everything. This is all the battle music from all of the games, I believe. So yeah, Seaside is this. Is there new songs? Just straight up for this game? Seaside did not have 6 songs before, did they? Oh, one of them's Now or Never. Did they have 5 songs before? Sup, Crafts? Oh, I don't think they had 5 songs before for battle. Like, Now or Never plays at the last minute. That's always been there. They've had Split Tag. Clickbait's the main theme for this game. I think they've added some new for this. I think they only have 3. Well, they got 5 here. They have 6, but Now or Never is different. So I think they've actually added some new songs for this season as well. Front Row is here. They've still only got 2. Damp Socks have also still only got 2. And then you've got, and then there's these three, which are the Splatfest ones. But then we've got, yeah, Squid Squad. This is Splatoon 1. This is the classic original main band. They're the band that wrote Splatak, and like every other band has covered it since. And then they've got this, Chirpy Chirps, High Tide Era, Wet Floor. I believe Wet Floor, is Wet Floor the one from Splatoon 2? Yes, because they've got their Now and Ever here. Yes. I believe, yeah, Squid Squad also wrote Now and Ever. You know I'm gonna play Seafoam Shanty. You know I'm gonna do it. I gotta get down to bottom feeders. I gotta get down there. So yeah, this is like all Splatoon 1 music, I believe. And then once you get to Wet Floor, this is Splatoon 2 with their own thing. And then they've got bottom feeders here, the best band in the series. Then you've got Ink Theory. Chirpy Chirps is here. Chirpy Chirps, by the way, you can't really see it there. Chirpy Chirps is the band that Harmony was in. Splatoon lore and their music coming together is fantastic. There are people out there who are massive Despair stands, I know that. And Sashimori, which I'm not super familiar with because they're one of the last ones that came out. Type of Ink Theory and I'll die on this hill. Anyway, Seafoam Shanty. But play it! Let's hear it! Slashmore was one of the human voice samples. Ah. Wow, it's low volume. Well, it's the music that plays in the background. This music's never loud. I've maxed out the volume for... Like, I don't have the music turned down for the stream output now. So if I shoot, that's gonna be much louder. It's just music that you hear in the background, but it's all here. Turquoise October, the Octoling band. Do they have previous music here from previous games? No. Bear with me. So, okay, no story mode music from the previous games, which is fair because that would make a lot of music, I believe. That would make an absolute shitload of music. Samurai music is here. Happy Little Workers is officially by Grisco. And then you've got Omega 3, which is one of the wildest things in this. The city music. I like how you've got the different mixes for the different people there. And of course, Anarchy Rainbow. Oh my god, we have the previous ones as well. Omega 3, my beloved. It's just the fact that Omega 3's music is specifically fucked. That is, like, it's so scuffed. I love it. We get the fucking previous game music as well. Jesus. Well, we get actually, no. Inkopolis' music because you can go to Inkopolis now. None of the other stuff here is actually in the previous game. Pearl and Marina are really getting shit on here because like so little Splatoon 2 stuff. And then HOV games for all the table turf music, which is just called table turf music specifically. The demo music is here. Wow, okay. Here's all of the fucking Splatfest music for the Squid Sisters. Oh well, Splatoon so much I wish I enjoyed playing the actual game more. I love playing the games. I'm just not good at it, so I don't play it a ton. Splatoon's world building is fantastic, though. Splatoon's world building is fantastic. I would stand... Oh my god, okay, now the game's gonna be like... I stand by that, like, how strong the social element of Splatoon... This big cat outrung, it has no legs. Like... 3 GB Wahoo World's poll? That's the surfer poll. Like, how strong the social element of Splatoon is, plus how strong the world building is, I would say definitely a big part of why the game's so successful. Stuff that was in as back as far as Splatoon 1, as you're about to see here. Is this recreating the intro? This is creating Splatoon 1's intro, isn't it, when you first arrived there? Yeah. Yeah. A bit of strip poll in the center, fuck yeah. I'm pretty sure that is actually when you first arrive in Inkopolis Plaza. I think that's the same intro. I believe that's the same intro, because it starts like this, where you start somewhere else, do some training, and then you land there. And I think that's the same intro. Welcome to Inkopolis. It has been a fucking hot minute. This is the plaza where all the freshest folk come to chill like krill. My singing exotics obsessed with the hottest sport in Inkopolis. Ink battles! Splatoon 3 town better, but it's cool they recreate. I didn't know, Splatsville's the best town they've ever had, and I said that in the demo. I honestly don't know why this is here. Other than, this is back up, this only exists on the Wii U, so for like, conservation purposes, hey look, you could see Splatoon 1 on the Switch. That guy's still building his Inkopolis Tower! There's the Zapfish! That's why it's here. It's got to explain where the Zapfish went. Because I don't... Can you see the Zapfish in Splatsville? I actually don't know. City's most famous landmark. There's a lobby on the first floor of the Inkopolis Tower for online battles. There's your Booyah Base, a shopping mall, which has been updated, I believe. Because where's Hotlantis? Or is Hotlantis not here? Bring back damage up stats? No! No! Can we have one Splatoon game that goes its life cycle with a functional meta? Oh wait, we already don't have that in Splatoon 3, so never mind. Your wild kinds of fresh gear and weapons. Jobs are pretty exclusive, they won't say if you're not fresh enough. Ah! Salmon Run's now over here. Added Grisco. Yeah, they gotta add Grisco as well, yeah. And there's the train station, we get our head on that. But also... the shoal, which is way up the top there. And they do have table turf as well, because you can see the poster already for it. See, this is one thing about this. Local Inklings often be here for friends and co-op and competitive play. And then down there is Spike hiding away in his little alley as always. That's it for the tour. With your hoping right into battle, working at Grisco, even just vibe and enjoy Inkopolis. So, you can buy fake contacts off me. You know what? That is a good idea. You know what? You get the fresh and I will order them from you. I will do that. Someone out here being a fucking hero. Someone being a fucking hero. Out here. Because, so, this was announced in this, the most recent Nintendo Direct that they were adding Inkopolis Plaza. Which, wow, it is honestly, it's kind of hilarious. Put some tires over Grandpa's hole. I don't even remember where that was. Well, oh, is that, yeah, that's it over there, isn't it? The tires over here. This is where you went down to do the story mode. Back in the original hero mode. Which, at the time, was a very good hero mode. It obviously doesn't compare to Octo Expansion or anything like that, but for being the first Splatoon game, it was shockingly robust, considering people thought this was mainly a multiplayer game. It is funny to see how different Inkopolis is compared to Splatesville. This is the entire thing. Which was the style that it's had. This is the entire thing, by the way. This is the entirety of Inkopolis. Us Splatoon 1 veterans, this was our entire playground. This is the entire thing. No side streets, no massive staircase, nothing. Well, I mean, we have this ramp here. So I questioned this in the Splatoon, in the Nintendo Direct. Why bring this back? Part of Splatoon's whole vibe is freshness. The whole thing about Splatoon per game is seeing the changes. This, like, Splatoon's world is constantly in a state of evolution. I mean, outside of the obvious comparison to the fact that they've evolved from squids, squids into inklings and stuff like that. The whole thing is freshness. They get, like, the whole thing is inklings and ocklings love to keep up with the current trends and everything like that, and then a place gets established like this. But after enough time has passed, you know, trends move on, and that's why each place has, like, new idols, new gear, new kind of aesthetic to it, and stuff like that. So it's weird to go back. I'm gonna wait till the second DLC comes out to buy the pass. I mean, fair. The only reason I bought this now is because I'm a streamer. But if I didn't stream Splatoon, I would wait until Side Order comes out. But being a streamer, I figured it'd be worthwhile doing a video to show this off and stuff like that. Or at least do this for a stream, even though I'm likely never gonna come back here. And stuff like that. So I was wondering, is this like, I feel like Splatoon is kind of anti-nostalgia as a series, like, as a series-defining aspect. I feel like would be against the concept of nostalgia in the first place. Why would you want to go back to an old place? Things are new, and that's where the culture thrives in the world of Splatoon. But I guess you can also see, because stuff here is different, you can see how this place from an older game also evolves with the times. Oh, no, it's here. No, if we're talking about why they decided to do it, money. Money. Yes, obviously, money. But the people who make Splatoon are so all-encompassing on the world of it, or at least everything being thematically appropriate, that why would they do this from that perspective? And the thing is, Inkopolis is different now. You can see the differences in Inkopolis. Inkopolis probably isn't a place that's just been wholly abandoned after Inkopolis Square and Splatsville. Nintendo nostalgia machines. Again, it's just like, it's... Marigold's here. Marigold is still here, which is kind of funny. The train station's here, which we could never go in before. And there's also the amiibo box, which we are now allowed to see the back of. The amiibo box in Splatoon 1, and I believe Splatoon 2, you had to do an out-of-bounds glitch. It was modeled, all the stuff was on there, but you couldn't see it unless you did an out-of-bounds glitch. It was kind of confusing. But yes, this is what we had back at Splatoon 1. This was our hub. And again, this was still the shit that popped off and spawned Splatoon as it is. You can still see the people walking around with their stuff. You can see the box over there to make your post so people can see the stuff and things like that. And this was also a place that popped off when a Splatfest happened. Because Callie and Marie would be here and they'd do their stuff. One of them would be over one side, one of them would be over the other side and stuff like that, which is kind of what I liked about the way that they do it in Splatoon 2. Pearl Marina, no matter what they're doing for their Splatfest, they're always on stage together. Splatoon 1 Splatfest very much felt competitive, again, like one side against the other and stuff like that, where Splatoon 2's felt way more like a party, because it was just two teams deciding what they liked, but then coming together for a big party, and Pearl Marina always being there, because they're lesbians, was a big part of that. But yes, you can still see here the DNA of what Splatoon became, of this stuff here, seeing other people talk, that was still here. Having an in-universe environment to just like vibe and hang out, and all your fresh shops and everything here, that was part of it. Oh, Squid Jump is still somewhere here. Squid Jump was over here, right? Or am I thinking of Opal's Bed? It was probably Nintendo Corporate trying to dram something in to justify a DLC pass and not a single story DLC. No, that I can definitely understand. That I can understand. That I can definitely understand. Anyway, Spike's here. Spike's much older now. Spike's got glasses now. Hey, Spike. What's happening, mate? Blimey, can't believe the likes of you would come around and visit the likes of me now that you're a blooming star. I'm on it, mate. Oh, it is odd. You remind me of someone I used to know. I mean, the absolute spitting image, but it couldn't be you. Nah, no way. No, I'm not Agent 3. I mean, I am Agent 3, but I'm not going. Oh. Spike's got it going on. Anyhow, as always, feel free to scope out and anyone using A, then ring me to put up an order. Hang on, love. What's that I smell? Oi, it's unmistakable, isn't it? You got Super C snails on ya. Not to be pushed, why don't you hand them over, yeah? So you can use them little lids off the snails to raise your gear star power. Randomly reroll abilities if you got 3 full slots. And meanwhile, the Super C snails are just absolutely shitting themselves because he's gonna eat them. I need the lids myself. Now after the gooey stuff on the inside. Maybe you didn't want to know that. What else are you gonna do with them? You can trust me, mate. And over Super C snails, yeah? There's always been a shady man. There's always been a shady man off to a corner. Raw. Anyway, you'll look here and go, wait a minute. Where are the idols? Watch out, there's a new Agent 3 in town. You might be looking here and going, wait a minute. Where are the idols? Where do Callie and Marie hang out? Stay fresh. Hey, Goldie Tail. Black Belt Gi, that's a thing in this season now? Here's the shoal. A thing that we never used back in Splatoon 1. There they are. They've got... This I also don't understand. Why are Callie and Marie back at doing Inkopolis news? Part of the whole thing, again, in Splatoon 2, is that Callie and Marie got bigger than Inkopolis news after their careers took off. Why'd they come back to do it? This is also kind of weird, that they're back doing it. Hello? Like, from a world-building perspective, it's odd that they're back here. Unless like in-universe, this is just like a limited time thing. Oh, just for like this season, we're coming back and we're doing it again to like relive the old days. Are they gonna wave to me? You know me! Hello. Stay fresh. And if you have a look in the backgrounds, that picture that you can see there, that is the album art from the Credits 3 song for Splatoon 3. For like Return of the Mammalians. So there's that. There's the tower. We apparently have new people in these. Well, some of them are new. Some of them aren't going to be new. Because some of them, the shopkeepers have moved on to the new cities, and some of them have stayed here. So these ones should be new. Shelly! Hello, let me guess. You looking for some new weapons? You've come to the right place. Whoa, what is that? I don't need a collector of vintage weapons. It's fascinating. We all need something far fresher. Of course, before you walk out here with something shiny new, you need the correct Sheldon license, yes? Which I should get more of. And you get Sheldon license by battling and leveling up, or even just developing your skills by using a particular weapon alone. Ah, you surprised me yet again. You have at least one gold Sheldon license. I still have 3 of them. I never used any. You are a true collector. On Recent Form, you can unlock a larger selection than usual right off the bat. They're giving me all this dialogue like I've started the game here. I've tried this ends up for my cold dead ends. I haven't even started using it yet. Unwalk them! Unwalk them! So, I don't know. Are these Sheldon's kids? I don't know. Sheldon's been the gun guy in all 3 games. So this is the first time that we've seen someone in the gun shop who's not using the guns. Sheldon is the gun guy so much that Sheldon is the guy who gives you the guns in Splatoon 1 and 2 story modes. Not to expansion or Return of the Mammalians though, because they're provided by, well, Sea Cucumber and Orca, respectively. Unless Sheldon does it in the first part of Return of the Mammalians. I don't remember. They're not related. So it's just these type of shellfish that just lack weaponry. Fair enough. Annie has gotten drip since Splatoon 1. This is the same shopkeeper from Splatoon 1 originally for the hatware, I believe. The hat person always has a buddy with him. That's just always been a thing since the first one. He doesn't cuttlefish, gives it to you? Yeah. So it's just Splatoon 1 and 2's then. Actually, I don't even know if it's Splatoon 1. Splatoon 2. She's slaying. Maybe it's just Splatoon 2. I feel like Sheldon mentions it at some point in Splatoon 1. Because I think he upgrades some of his stuff. He's definitely in Splatoon 2, because he gives you, like, the hero brawler and stuff, when you get a new weapon for levels. He's definitely in 2s. I can't remember about 1 now off the top of my head. Welcome to my shot. Cooler heads. You seem pretty fresh, I guess. I wouldn't mind if you wanted to, you know, have a look around. Especially at cooler heads is, you know, gear for your head. All the ones we sell have these gear abilities. They'll help you out in battle, yep. You can press Z to learn about them. Please don't ask me more. Read the manual! And there's Mo. And Mo hates us. Mo fucking hates you. I want to put bad bitches against each other, but she's hitting you up fashion-wise. I'm the most fashionable I've ever been today, thank you very much. Anyway, bunch of hats. And then we have Jalonzo! Oh, the jellyfish. Thank you for shopping with me today. Have we met before? Said language of fashion, but I'm afraid I can't remember faces. Well, anyway, you look fresh enough to buy any of the body clothes I have in stock right now. Shop around. Funny thing about body clothes, they have their own abilities. Give us your cash, Mo. Mo's great. Mo is what retail workers should be. Buy your shit and fuck off already. That's what it should be. And then we have Fred Crumbs. Best new character. Here is Fred Crumbs. Best character in the fucking game. What's up? Welcome to Shrimp Kicks. Hey, really, you're already fresh? I was going to show you all the shops, shoes we're dropping right now. And you know the shoes we carry come with gear abilities, right? Whew. Because I didn't know how to try to explain it. All I know is they look fresh and they help you do fresh stuff. But go ahead and tap ZL for more info. Fred Crumbs, best character. And again, for Splatoon lore reasons. So originally in Splatoon 1, Shrimp Kicks was hosted by Krusty Sean. A big-ass, crusty shrimp who had a lot of legs and all different shoes on them. Then in Splatoon 2, he stopped being the food person and moved to Inkopolis Square, and he got a food truck, and he was the person who gave you food. And now in Splatoon 3, he's on the mobile app. You use points that you get in battles to pay for his journey because he's exploring the world of Splatoon. That's what's happening now. Fresh tilapia and fresh kicks. I don't know enough Italian to know what you're saying there. Anyway, Fred Crumbs' best character. Fred Crumbs' best character. This is Harmony. Tilapia's a fish? Ah. The low tops, they look very colorful. The orange low tops, or the orange arrows. That is socks and sandals, a lot of them. It's literally him. Oh, well, I don't know what fish are. Is there a Hot Lantis here? Is one of these shops actually a Hot Lantis? Oh, is this hot? Oh. Oh. Is this the squid jump machine? Just that tilapia tonight. Ew, fish. Is this the old squid jump machine? Yeah, you literally just VR over to this fucking Splatsville one. And Harmony's just mobile calling you. Harmony's just FaceTiming you through it. Okay. Okay. Is this the old squid jump machine? The fact that it's covered up, Pink Locker, I have to log in. Well, that's in my one. I don't know if it's in yours. The fact that this is covered up and you can see the fucking handles there, I swear that this is just the old fucking squid jump machine. And for Hot Lantis, they've just covered it up and just shoved their shit on top of it. Which is fucking hilarious. Which is absolutely hilarious. That's amazing. And also, there's Grisco. Does it look different inside? I'm curious if this looks different. Will the lobbies look different? It will not, no. No, the lobby looks the same. This is the same lobby, okay. You get transported to Splatsville for this. Okay. Okay, the lobbies are the same. That's fair. That's fair. But anyway, this is Ingopolis. I always and this is where Table Turf is. Table Turf's like in the corner over here. Yeah, the shoe shop always has had a ramp up to it. Has just always been there. But yes, this is where we spent our days in Splatoon 1. Again, you can see the difference in Splatsville. About how Splatsville is just so much better. And then this is the one they're charging you money for. It's the Asian. So goes, is space nice? Are you enjoying space? Are you making friends in space? He's gonna make friends with fucking Wheatley. He's gonna make friends with Wheatley in space. Anyway, let's go to here into what is probably gonna be the same lobby. Yes, it is. It is no different inside. So when you're in the battles and you're in between battles, where you are looks the same. It's just where you are in between the battles. Which again, there's one benefit to this table turf area is easy to get to. Yeah, it's not locked off behind a million alleyways. There is that. You do get that as a bonus. Swim speed chunks, nice. I need sub-saver chunks, but whatever. Anyway, who wants to actually play some Splatoon? Oh, okay, so you don't have to go up to the tables for that one. You don't have to go up to the tables. You can just do it there. Who wants to actually play some fucking Splatoon? After exploring the lobby for a long ass time, who wants to actually look at the, who wants to play the video game? What's our schedule for new stages? Will we get any of our new stages? Will any of them show up today? Oh, it's a spring Baba. I haven't seen you in chat, so I don't actually know if you're here. If you are, just yell at me. Oh, I wasn't sure if you're still around. I didn't see you online on there. I see someone got an afro. I see someone has changed their hairstyle. Yeah, again, like, obviously the world part out there is important. I spent a lot of time talking about why it's so good in, for Splatsville and stuff like that. Like, obviously it's important. It's just, you know, a few minutes before I join. All good. Oh, good. I'm trying to look at the schedule. Flounder Heights. We will get Umami Ruins at 5. We get Umami Ruins soon. The Shrunk. Flounder Heights. I'm terrible at this stage, so I apologize in advance. Candy Coated Rocks. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not saying that the way this game is being updated is disappointing. It's just hard for me to tell what it feels like compared to old Splatoon stuff. Compared to Splatoon like 1 and 2. Because just the difference between getting stuff like every week or two compared to... Hey, there's the Super Chomp! They take their time to explode. That's the Kraken Royale with cheese. You cannot change my mind that doesn't say let's get fucked up. 100% that's what that is saying. Cannot change my mind on that. Autobomb! Autobomb! So I feel like you're meant to use the autobomb to scout out people and track them down, and I'm very bad at that. Basically, if it's not the splat, if it's not the literal starter weapon, I'm bad with it. Does that find anyone? Somewhere down here. Oh, Jesus! Christ! Run away! Fuck me! Ah! Okay. It is somewhat terrifying. Nice. It is a little terrifying, I will admit. It's a little terrifying. Someone found the hat. I think it's hard to, because of the way it's done so differently. It's hard to know, is stuff happening in Splatoon 3 faster, slower than it was before? I mean, like, the no new weapons thing is kind of upsetting, but also Splatoon 2 had to reintroduce a lot of weapons from Splatoon 1 back into it. It didn't start with all the weapons from Splatoon 1 straight away. So they still had to re-add Splatoon 1's weapons over time, where this starts with all Splatoon 2's, which is a big bonus. And even back in Splatoon 1, I don't know off the top of my head how frequently like brand new weapons came out in terms of they change how they fire. So it is hard to judge. I've been saying that this game needs new battle music for the multiplayer for a while. But I also don't know how long it took before new music came out in Splatoon 2. So there's a lot of stuff where I'm just like, I don't actually know how different it is. I can go off vibes, and obviously the vibe, and like, they take forever to explode. I'm having breakfast, I'll be online in a minute. Fuck yeah. You can actually do coded lobbies now, which is a wild ass thing. They know that we're in Splatoon 1, they gave us Splatoon 1 colors. We got the Splatoon 1 colors. Pog. We got a Pog moment from that. Yeah, okay, so far the Super Chomp takes for 1,000,000 years to explode. I mean, I feel like the best way to view Super Chomp is, what if you threw... Oh, It said players waiting to join. Sorry, I forgot. Oh, you can just join like that. Nice, you can join in the middle of that. Fuck yeah. Okay, I wasn't sure if we'd have to drop out and have you join back in. It does work like that. Fuck yeah. Okay, is that a new thing for this season, or has it always been like that? I have no idea, actually. Have you always been able to do that? I remember you could do that in the previous game, so I feel like you probably could always do it in this. But I'm not actually sure. Also, it's so wild to just see people where it's just like, I'm having breakfast. Some people. I'm staying up late into the night to do this with you. And me, it's just like, after this, I'll start cooking dinner. And hopefully not fuck it up this time. I'm not using eggplants, which should hopefully go okay. Have they added anything? Oh my god, is that actually... Is that one new? Okay, it is terrifying. Oh, they get destroyed so easily, too. Oh, you destroy the... I love eggplants. See, I thought I did. And then I made potato and eggplant paprikash. And then I realized I don't like eggplant. So that was an interesting experience when I tried to cook dinner earlier this week. It's just Doodles. If you watch a bunch of videos, you've probably seen Doodles. I'm very sure Doodles has joined in on playing Splatoon before. But yeah, Doodles made some paprikash and then showed it in the Discord, and I'm just like, oh, that looks delicious. But then I looked it up and I was like, oh, that sounds delicious, so I wanted to make some. And I'm just like, but Doodles, she made a chicken one, and if I'm going out of my way to make dinners, I try to make sure they're vegan, and stuff like that. Just, you know, minimization, stuff like that. Just everywhere. Okay, it's actually a fucking lot of them. Now that I'm on the receiving end of it, it is a fucking lot of them, though they get destroyed very quickly. But I guess but it distracts you from actually attacking. It's the type of thing that would be very useful when you use it, like, with people. Like, some specials, if you just throw them out on your own willy-nilly, they can still be fairly unhelpful. Obviously, all specials are better when you cooperate. Oh, dear God, the Kraken seems way more devastating this time than before. Did that Kraken kill all 4 of us? Or did someone else die from something else? The Kraken did, like, a dash forward attack. That seems new. I think that's new. I'm not sure. So, like, I'd be curious what competitive players think of, like, the Super Chump. I'm curious what they would think of it. God, it really does just rain them down everywhere. But also, the competitive scene is very different to the casual scene in this game. Like, competitive players will see something and just be like, this will shape the meta for this. But also just the way that casual players play compared to the way competitive players play can be very different. Some things can rule in casual play because because casual players won't have the coordination to go up against it. That I'm fairly certain is. Oh dear God, it comes out and it just murders everyone. Oh dear God, that is terrifying. That is terrifying. I've killed the jump out of homemade pasta sauce, because a lot of people dropped out of a dinner party my father was hosting. I've been trying to figure out what to do with it for a week, so I don't have any free set potatoes. I just realized I could have done eggplant palm all along. Kraken Roller is OP. Yeah, I think I mean, we got wiped out multiple times there. I think one of those wipeouts, all 4 of us died to the one Kraken. Which is terrifying as fuck. I think that dash attack is near. I mean, they call it the Kraken Royale, so that makes me think it has changed. If they've changed the name, then usually the difference will be different enough that it warrants a name change. I was saying words. About a Super Jump. Trying to embed certain weapons in competitive play. I think they've already started doing that. Well, I think the things that that are community held. Okay, that is a lot of them. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's okay. That is 12 of them. Oh, even individually, they don't do much damage. Okay, that is a weapon. Okay, that's the okay. It's the type of special where you throw it down and like, if you have 2 people push at the same time as you shoot that, it can be very effective. It does not seem like the type of thing you can fire out on your own and optimize on your own. That is very much a team push kind of thing. Or a splat zones thing. Or just use it in splat zones. Also just using it there. An advancement oriented one? Yeah. Yeah, you push forward with an entire team. I mean, like, it is also literally designed to cover super jumps. It is also designed to literally hide super jumps. If you have one person in the front line, you fire that at the person in the front line, and then everyone else can jump to the person in the front line, basically for free, if the other team can't work out what's happening. So, yeah. I feel like it could be super useful if you team orient it around it. I imagine that is something that would be way more useful in competitive than casual. I feel like that could be devastating in competitive. If you do it right, but also I imagine it would also be something that is not easy to counter, but like, if they see it, they know what's happening. This just kills you. You just run away from that. You just let that do its own thing and you just stand there. I don't know Apex Legends, so I can't do that. adjust around it. I mean, that's a well-designed special then. A well-designed special is that if the team usefully optimizes it, it can be devastatingly effective, but the other team has an answer to it. That means it's a well-designed special. Which I think is the main criticism that like competitive players have had about specials overall in Splatoon. Is that some specials are, in certain situations they can be devastating, where some are just like Ink Missiles is just fuck you no matter what. Or Tenta Missiles. Like, Tenta Missiles is just fuck you no matter what. Crab Tank is kind of fuck you no matter what. It's definitely terrifying to see. It's definitely terrifying to see when it happens. It's also hard for me to judge because I don't know the competitive mode super well. And if you're playing, competitive, you're pretty much always playing one of the ranked modes. I don't know if any competitive things happen in Turf War. Literally in game, Turf War isn't ranked unless it's fucking a Splatfest. So there's also that. There's also that. Because there's so much more specific objectives in that. Fuck off! Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't even think they were trying to kill me. They were just trying to go through there. Damn it, baby! It is terrifying to see those come out. Apple trying special would be devastating splat zones. It could, if that's the thing, if you went in with a team with that, it would just take the splat zone instantly. So it could be devastating there. It could be devastating in Rainmaker. It could help you make a push through a trouble spot in Rainmaker. I don't know about like tower control, but again, there'd be different weapons that are good for different modes, and that's fine. I know, I've mainly seen the competitive community, like, lose their minds of just, like, game is fucked with this season, so I don't know. And then it makes you do Turf War and tournaments and people hate it. I mean, from my understanding, it's always been the case for Splatoon that, like, Nintendo's sanctioned stuff is knowing, like, the competitive scene doesn't care that much about Nintendo's sanctioned stuff compared to their own things. Like, they'll compete them and stuff like that, but... I mean, to be fair, that's just basically anything Nintendo competitive. Whenever Nintendo tries to do an esports, from my understanding, people are just like, why like this? Why have a competitive Smash thing and have the rules be time? For all the good that Splatoon is as a competitive game, we do also have to remember it is still a Nintendo game. And Nintendo are definitely something when it comes to how they do competitive stuff. Yes, it will go through things. Perfect. Just had to check that. Just had to check. Will, when it launches out the jump missiles, actually just go through shit? Does it care about collision as it goes up? No, it does not. Good. Good to be aware of. Good to be aware of. I wonder if part of the reason of no new weapons being here is the fact that last season introduced 3 new weapons, and after the first week, have you ever seen them show up again? Have you ever seen anyone use Sniper Rider, Big Swig, or the Nova since the first, like, week of December? Is there a Hammer and Smash community into the grounds? There was the whole thing about how their deal with Panda completely fell apart. Though, from what people have been saying, it's hard to tell how much it falling apart with Panda is like Nintendo's stuff and how much of it is Panda's stuff. It's kind of a mixed bag reading about it, and honestly it gets to one of those things where it's really hard to tell anything, and it just kind of makes it seem like that everyone's a dickhead. I mean, there have been several times where like Nintendo will shut down like fan-held tournaments and stuff like that, which is fucking ridiculous. It is one thing about Nintendo, especially more non-modern Nintendo, is they very much are try to control their brands, not to the extent of something like Disney, but definitely getting there. Of like not allowing the fan things to thrive because they want the control over the entire branding and stuff like that. Because for Nintendo, they're in, like... For all of, like, Nintendo's work on making different consoles that are unique and having everything like that, or just, like, making the new games iterate or anything like that, Nintendo's #1 business strategy is brand. Like, it 100% is. The primary thing that Nintendo focus on to keep their sales consistent over a long period of time is brand. And that's been the case since the 90s. So they do like to try and keep as much of an iron grip on their brand as they can and not allow it to develop within the community as much as it can. Damn it, just at the end there. Right at the end there. Oh my god, there's the robot. And the robot ends with stay fresh. It's an evil robot. Because their name was also just literally called evil. I feel like my hair part falls over as the day goes on. I parted my hair so much closer to the middle of my face when I got up this morning. And I feel like it's just been slowly going further and further over. Maybe every time I do this and like try to fix up my fringe, I'm pulling more over it. I swear I parted it because it was like in the middle of my eyeline here. Yeah, so I swear I parted it like there this morning when I brushed it. And it just slowly has been falling over. I didn't rebrush my hair before I streamed. My hair was shit. I knew I couldn't fix it. I was realized I haven't played this game since Pokemon Splatfest. Oh my god, what happened? I'll admit, the catalog battle pass has definitely disincentivized me from playing it. Which is what I fucking said before the game came out, that I don't want this game to have a battle pass because battle passes are bad in of themselves. This one doesn't cost money, but it being a time-limited thing is still the main issue. But I said when this game, before the game came out, I didn't want to have a battle pass because the point of a battle pass is to instill FOMO, and my brain's natural response to seeing things try to instill FOMO is to reject it outright and not care about it in any capacity. And I was hoping that wouldn't happen with Splatoon, but a lot of the time when I go to, like, a lot of the time when I'm in the mood to want to play Splatoon, there's that voice in my brain that just goes, do you want to play Splatoon? Christ on a piss! What the fuck? Alright. Fuck it! Fuck it, just every special in the first 2 seconds! Fuck it! Let's go! Yeah, if I'm in the mood to play this game, just because I actually want to, there's still that nagging thing in the back of my brain that goes, do you want to play it? Or do you want to advance the catalog? And I'm just like, no, I do want to actually play it. And then that self-doubt appears in my brain. Do you actually want to play it? And then, even if I do actually want to play it, that feeling of doubt over whether I actually want to play it or I'm being tricked by the bullshit ends up becoming the overriding factor in my brain, and I end up not wanting to play it because of that. And I knew that would happen, and I fucking knew it would happen, and it has happened, and it pisses me off that it's happening. It pisses me off that even for this game that I love, it's still happening. I say that. I'm likely still going to play Splatoon 3 more than any other Splatoon game. I don't know. I feel like I've said it before that as like an overall experience, discounting like story stuff, I do think Splatoon 3 is my favorite of all of them, and I would probably still stand by that. But whereas for Splatoon 2, it was mainly just like I mainly see only improvements across the board in a lot of minor ways for Splatoon 2. I feel like Splatoon 3 has been way more of a... There's a lot of positives. and a lot of big positives that I really like about what Splatoon 3 is doing. But it's also, I am seeing things that I don't like about it compared to the previous ones, which is a kind of an awkward feeling. Bam, bam, bam. I know what happens. That also happens. That also happens. I've also been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV online. This is true. But the thing is that, like, I've been playing FF14 and been addicted to FF14 before Splatoon 3 came out. For the first season of Splatoon 3, I was super invested in it. I finished the catalog in the first season of Splatoon 3. And I was super invested, and I was, like, working on gear sets and stuff like that. And I was doing all that in the first season. But past that, for me to want to play it, that part of my brain just still says no. Because the longer the game is out, the more that specific brain goblin of you only want to play this game because of the battle pass, the more that becomes the forefront of my mind when I think about Splatoon 3. It's very annoying. FF14 is definitely taking up the most of my time, though. I can't be the person who plays Splatoon like shitloads and also Monster Hunter shitloads while Final Fantasy XIV is in my life. We won though. Fuck yeah. I feel like I'm not doing terribly today. Not doing as well as I do some days. But some days I get into this game and I just fucking eat all of the shit the entire time. I feel like that's not happening today. I want to try the Kraken. Even though I'm really bad with rollers. My main thing with rollers is just I don't know how to effectively play them. Because I never want to roll because it feels too slow. But also it does one shot, but also this one shots. What range does the vertical one shot? Okay, it's about that. No! No! God damn it. Actually, I don't have food. Before I join back in, let me eat some fucking food. Let's get some fucking grub up in here. Give me some fucking cash. Give me some fucking cash. Really bad at roll flips because I'm so used to fast weapons. I'm just bad at everything that's not a shooter. Is the issue. I'm just bad at everything that's not a shooter. I can't handle weapons in this game that require you to be good at aiming. Despite how many hours I've put into this over all of the games, I'm still incredibly bad at aiming in this game. I'm not good at shooters in general. And trying to play this game without motion controls, I'm the absolute worst at. And I just haven't gotten fluid enough at the motion controls to be like, aim at someone specifically and then hit them. I'm very bad. That's what just stunning. Which is stunning that I love this game as much as I do. Because it's based on a lot of mechanics, aiming's not as important. But once you get up to higher skill levels, if people have better aiming than you, they will just kill you. Which is kind of an issue. I go the Kraken since I use the carbon. Or I think, because I can use the carbon because it's quick. It's walking with the splat roller that I'm confused by. Being able to choose the music is a good feature in the lobby. Just being able to rock out to See From Shanty is pretty good. It is pretty good. We might have to change over to Shipwrecking at one point too. Might change over to Shipwrecking once the rotation changes. You know what we should do actually? Because I spent money on it, so fuck it, we're gonna fucking do it. Before the rotation hits. Before the rotation turns upside down. We've got to go back out. We've got to see Callie and Marie give the news for something that is way below their station for their popularity at this point in their careers. Oh god, I should not do that. Ow! Ow! Even that amount of movement. Ow. My brain is fucked. If you're wondering why I haven't streamed much this week, I'm feeling like shit. And I'm always feeling like shit this week. Like, just that little bit of movement while doing that shook my head enough that it hurt quite a lot. Mikey, are you here, by the way? Are you trying to join, or did your game, like, hard crash? How does this happen before? Splatoon 3 doesn't seem to be super stable. I think what's happening this week with my brain is that as of this week, on Monday, I've stopped taking I've stopped having an energy drink every morning. Like a full can of Monster every morning. Because I've had energy drinks, like, somewhat consistently over the last several years. But last year it got really bad. What? Well, see, the thing is that I was having a can each day, like, each morning last year because of clusters. Because I was having the situation of every single morning for, like, 10.5 months straight of waking up at 1:30 in the morning. So for almost an entire year, I was running on very, very fucked up sleep. So the only way I could function as a person was that amount of caffeine each morning. That cluster episode has finished now. But I kind of just kept buying the energy drinks. And I just got to the point where I'm just like, I don't need this anymore. I know I don't need it anymore. And it cost a lot of money. Because I insist on buying Monster, which is more expensive than buying Mother, because it's sugar-free and it tastes better. So I insist on buying the more expensive one. And I'm just like, this amount of caffeine's probably not good. Just the energy drink itself is probably not good. And the cost is a lot. It was like a third of my weekly grocery budget. So I'm just like, you know what? No. I just didn't buy any last week. I have some, like... Wait, by the way, Mikey, are you joining? Actually, I can play, but I have no idea if you're joining or not. But I'm telling a story, so it doesn't matter. I have, like, powdered sports drink stuff. Because I still can't have, like, breakfast before I go to work. Because then I'll need to use the bathroom before I can. So, I still... This game's fucked. I feel like the joining and, like, the crashing issue has gotten worse. Connection errors have gotten less frequent, but when the connection error happens now, it seems to be way worse than it was before. In terms of, like, how much it just breaks everything. So I've got, like, powdered, it's not Powerade, because I bought a different thing that's not Powerade, that's a little cheaper. So I've been having just that in the morning instead, and I have it diluted because it's mainly just sugar. So I have it diluted, so I'm not having that much sugar. It's about 10% of daily intake of sugar, which should be fine. My only other sugary things really are at lunch, as in I have some chips, which is and salt anyways, and then bread with butter and stuff like that, which is mainly sugar if I have like peanut butter on it. Yeah, I just realized this is like, I don't need the daily energy drink. I'll switch over to a sports thing that doesn't have that, so I can have something in the morning that has some flavor to it and isn't just plain old fucking water, and things like that. So the issue is I've gone from having an energy, like a full can of Monster every day for close to a year to not having one for the last 4 days. And I'm fairly confident. I can tell with my body it's the case. And as it goes on, I'm even more confident it's my brain as well. I'm fairly certain I'm just going through caffeine withdrawal in a pretty bad way. So my brain just is fucked right now. Which is why I haven't streamed this week. It's why I haven't streamed this week. Like, even on the first day, like, because before, I wouldn't have it every single day, because sometimes I'd forget to put it in the fridge. But, I wouldn't have it every day, so even with 1 day without it, I could tell it was, like, feeling a little, But then I had, like, 2 days without it, and I'm just like, okay, I feel bad. And then I went 3 days without it, and I'm just like, yup, yesterday was a rough day at work. Oh my god. God damn it. I'll be honest, I didn't realize I had a stamper, so I didn't realize I was at a threat of instant death if I missed. And now I'm on this day. I don't feel as bad as today as I did yesterday, but I still don't feel good. But how much of it is just my normal brain fuckness is hard to say. But do remember, I also just... Oh, this is squid bacon. Okay. I actually didn't know what it was. It has squid bacon. That's what that is. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Okay, this thing chews through ink. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. This is why I'm bad at... I'm so bad at rollers. How do you play a roller? The thing is, I genuinely don't even know, like, the gameplay strategy of, like, how you should play a roller. I don't even know that. Like, should a roller be pushing ahead? Should a roller be catching up behind? Should a roller be trying to snipe people by just killing them? Like, I genuinely don't even know that. Like, I don't know where a roller excels at it. Oh my god, is that... Oh, well, there's no way I can escape from that. I'm gonna go ahead and not use this, even though it has a Kraken. Fuck it. What's the other weapon that has a Kraken? 96 cal? I'm also bad with that. But I'll probably be better with that one than a fucking roller. So I feel like we're not doing well. I feel like we're not doing well. I get the feeling that we're not doing well. And a big part of that is probably me dying a lot. Like, I just genuinely don't know how to play rollers. Like, I don't know optimal ways of using them. Like, I saw them coming and I tried to splat them and I just... Nope. This is kind of my issue with anything in this game that's not a shooter. I know how to play one thing in this game. I know how to play one role in this game. And that is like midline support. That is the one thing I know how to do, which is why I like the N-Zap and the Aero Spray and the Splattershot Junior. Because they have several weapons that all do the same thing. I tried to use the Kraken. I fucking tried. I didn't even get to use the Kraken that game. I'm not gonna use that. I'm not gonna use that. I don't know how you use rollers, so I can't even use the special attached to it. So I'm not gonna use that. Okay, when the rotation hits, which is probably gonna be like 1 or 2 more matches. When the rotation hits, I'm gonna go out, I'll buy the 96, so I can at least try to use the Kraken, and I might be slightly better with that. I used to do okay with the 52. So I'm hoping I'll do okay with the 96. I want to do okay with the 96. I'm bad at this game. I'm bad at this game. I'm honestly upsettingly bad at this game, considering how much time I've put into Splatoon. It is concerning how terrible I am at this game. I've just never improved. I've never improved in the several years that this game has do this. And I'll buy the Crack-On Roller. Yeah, I can't use that. My Pro Controller started drifting. I feel like I am the luckiest son of a bitch that's ever lived. I don't have a single controller that drifts. Of anything. None of my controllers drift in any capacity. On any of them. And I don't know if I've ever owned a controller that has drifted. Wait, no, I think one of my 360s. I think one of my 360s had drift. But I had like several of those. I don't have controller issues, but I have Sony console issues. I've never had a Sony console that has never been fucked up. That's not been fucked up. I've had so many PS2s that have died. Like, I had like 5 different PS2s that have died. The PS2 just died all the fucking time. I did that way too late. My PS3, go back and watch my Kingdom Hearts or Batman videos. I mean, don't, because they're terrible. But go back and watch those if you want to see how fucked up my PlayStation 3 is. My PS4 would just eject discs whenever the fuck it felt like, until I've removed its ability to do that. And my PS5 hasn't had too many issues. However, it will sometimes just not turn on. It hasn't done that for a while though. I think that was a software issue that got fixed with an update. Because it hasn't happened for a while. All the kids making posts about Pizza Tower. I have heard about people comparing Pizza Tower to Celeste. And then I saw the art style of it, and I didn't want to play it. Like, normally, an art style wouldn't turn me off a game. Like, an art style can sell me on a game, but normally it wouldn't turn me off a game. But I'll admit, I look at Pizza Tower, and I don't want to play it because of the art style. See, NZAP is where it's at for me. I can play fucking NZAP. I say never using the auto bomb on this thing. You know, apparently Pizza Tower is like Celeste. That's the comparison I keep hearing. But also, it looks the way that it does. And I'm sorry! I'm sorry! But it's off-putting enough that I don't want to... I have a limit. I have a limit of how much the art style can push me away from something before I say no. And apparently my limit is Pizza Tower. Oh my god, go away. Okay. I was gonna use the super jump for push, and then I realized most people are dead. And now we push! Now we push! Are they super jumping back? No, that was an actual person. No, that was just an actual person. Never mind. So using this, I remember why I like the NZAP in terms of the way that it fires. And this is a nice kit for it. This is a nice kit for it. It leans into the support idea that I like about the normal NZAP, but does it in a but it accomplishes it in such a different way. And now we push. And we didn't. I can't push, I'm an NZAP. Look, we still won. See? We still won. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, using this, I remember why I like the NZAP in terms of the way that it fires. And it's just support in a totally different way. I think I have you as a friend on Switch. Audible gasp. Can add you. Okay. Well, let's back out now. I'll go buy the stuff. We'll watch the thing, and then we can do an ad thing. I already bought the thing for today. So let's go out here. Let me bring up my thing and invite spam messages by showing you my friend code. There it is. There it is. Take a screenshot. I'll type it into the chat even, unless you type it into your Switch faster than I can get it out. 7 to bam! I think that's it. Did I get it? Did I even get it right? I did. No, I didn't. It's 9-6, not 9-8. I knew I fucked it up. I didn't actually check. It's 9-6, not 9-8. But beyond that, I nailed it. Beyond that, it was perfect. Oh, look at the little positives. Everyone stand dying. What does this come with? Squid bacon and killer whale? I mean, this is interesting. This is it. You know, I'm gonna buy this because I'm really bad at crab tank. So I'm also gonna buy that to use. Thank you. No, this one doesn't have crab tank. I got rid of it on this one. Kraken Royale. And this one I'll use. What the fuck is that me? It's my me. Don't talk shit about my me. My me is fantastic. What are you talking about? What is the issue with it? Why does it? Why do you have an? Why do you? Why? Where's the problem? It's the version 2 me. Where's the issue? I'm now realizing it says here Dwarven, and I always call you Crafts. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. What's wrong with it? It looks great. It looks fantastic. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know what the issue is. It looks fine. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. See, if you want to know, if you want the deep lore, if you want to start getting into the deep lore of the channel, yes, I've mouthed you must scream. If you want the deep lore of the channel, if you have a look at the top of the stream thing, like kind of pointing at it here, the controller that's up there, so that's like the logo-ish kind of the channel, though now it's just a drawn picture, because it's way better now. But if you have a look up there, the stick figure, because it's gone through several iterations. When I first was using the internet, under the name version 2, keep in mind, I was like 13 at the time. Squid Yuri. Sorry, I just say Squid Yuri, and I have to give a shout out to Squid Yuri. Squid Yuri. But yeah, if you look at the controller, so the controller That's like that controller picture is an iteration of the first logo that I had for this channel, which was a different looking controller. And in the middle of that controller is a stick figure. And that stick figure is the original image that I used for version 2 when I first used the internet. So it's just evolved. So there's still some of the earliest shit in there. Balance the control, balance a small part of like the overall stream thing. And the actual logo and all the things now should be, in theory. Oh! Okay, so they don't actually do the news. Okay. They don't actually do the news. They're just hanging out. Okay, they didn't actually give them the news. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Because that's a lot of work to do. And you can already tell, they didn't put in the work to make the news interesting for Deep Cut, so why would they put in the work to make it interesting to then give it to the Split Sisters? Everyone keeps talking about an Ancient 24 zine. I guess zine, because it's magazine, I think. Is that where the term comes from? Bird! Bird! Did I actually accept you? I did accept you, okay. There we go. There we go. I did accept you. But yes, because the original thing was I made the stick figure. God, this thing fires slowly. Look at the sound wave that comes out of it every time you fire. That is huge. Anyway. With friends. There we go. There we go. It's a... Why is your name the Milker? Okay. 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 But yes, the original version to stick figure. Because the logo was... Milkshake or Splatfest. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, the idea was that it was a picture, and there was 2 stick figures next to it. And there was the stick figure on the left, which was version, and then there was the stick figure on the right, and that was version 2. So it was 2 stick figures next to each other, and it said spot the difference beneath them. And literally the entire difference between the 2 stick figures was that version 2 had an extra 1 pixel on the circle on its head. And that was like the original image that I used as version 2 on the internet, like on forums back in like early 2000s. So that's what I originally used. And then I went to the YouTube, and then I was just like, I want to use a different thing, because it's like, I'm doing Let's Plays and stuff. So I made a picture of a controller, but I kept the little stick figure in the controller. And now it's just expanded to, it's now just a drawing of my face, because that looks a lot better and is more personalized, but I still have the old ass shit up there, where you can see the old stick figure still there. It's an iteration of the old controller I used to use. It's an updated one, so yeah. I thought this was called the 96 because it did 96 damage. What the fuck? I thought it was called 96. One version and version 2 joined forces to defeat LP. The LP stands for Let's Play, and it's amazing how many people don't get that. Because, surprise factor, version 2 is taken. Shock horror, version 2 is taken on damn near everything. So the LP is just for Let's Play. Anyway, new map. Oh my god, we're fighting Mr. Grizz. He's back. Anyway, welcome to Umami Ruins. I can't paint up here, so I don't know why I'm up here. God damn, this weapon is slow. I also move very slow with it. There's definitely a weapon that you shoot from a distance and then trying to hit people from a distance. Wow, this is a big wide area. Oh look, there's like little posters there, just like, over to your left, you can see that shit as fuck. Because it's ruins. That's how ruins go. Booyah! Wow, I just destroyed that in like half a second. So I say someone to, oh dear god. I'm back! Ah! Hold and charge. Whee! Okay. Whee! Whee! Okay. 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 Probably not a wise idea to do nothing but charges, but okay, that's how it goes. Okay. Because I believe before in Splatoon 1, like when you press the, it was either the fire button or the jump button. When you press those, I thought we killed the enemy. When you, it was either the jump or the fire button, you did like a little spin, and that would be the thing that you'd use to attack them. But you'd still move around at normal speed. So this gives it like a big amount of burst movement. Ow. Yeah, so this gives you like a big thing of burst. So just go forward. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't do it with any, I can't play anywhere. I've got to stop trying. I can only do one thing half competently in this game, and I just need to accept that. I do have a splash ball in this. I do have splash ball, which is probably what I'm meant to be using. Fuck you. Okay. Okay, yeah, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Yeah, I do have splash ball. That is probably what I'm meant to be doing. I forgot about that. This is not easy to use. Ah! Ow. Not easy to use that. Or at least I'm not having a lot of use with it. I'm also, in case I haven't mentioned it every single second, I'm very bad at this video game. I was gonna go back to using the N7. I can at least use a new weapon. I haven't killed a single person in like either of the last 2 matches. I'm gonna go ahead and not use the I just don't get to use the Kraken. That's what I'm learning. I just don't get to use the Kraken because both of the weapons the Kraken are on, I'm very bad with. I thought I might be okay with that being a shooter, but fucking Christ, that is the slowest shooting shooter in the world. No. I will go back to using the N7. I'm pretty sure it's that thing that I was talking about before, where I've played this game so much and not been good at it that I've burned into myself ways of playing that. You know what? Fuck it. I'll try this and regret it. I think I've burned into myself ways to play this game that are bad ways to play this game, is what I think I've learned. This kills in 4, right? Yeah, it kills in 4. Yeah, I think I've just burned into myself bad ways of playing this game so that every time I pick up anything that's not something I can actually, like that my playstyle kind of goes into, I just do terribly with it. I can't adapt to the other weapons. And I don't play the game enough, nor have the time to change that. I'm dug in, and I will never change. That's what I'm trying to get. I like what I like, and that's how it is. It's alright, we'll get to the big run for the Ouroboros, and we won't get in the top 50 this time, and I'll cry. And I will cry. I still can't believe that we just barely scraped in on the literal number for the co-host winner big run. I am stunned that many people got that high of a score that we barely scraped in the top 50. Because our good run went very well. I'm still stunned by that. Hey look, I actually get to see the rest of the map now. Because I can actually fucking move with my character. Oh, God damn it. I tried to get up that ledge to get away from them, and then I dropped off of it, and I fucked up. Time-traveling introvert. I feel like that is a horrible person to be an introvert. To be a time traveler. Oh, what I said works too. There's a whole thing up there that I didn't even see. There we are! Is this panel the middle of the arena? No. That box there. That's the middle of the arena. I think. Oh my god! Okay, I think the way the Kraken gets kills is that people are just idiots and get hit by it like me. I think that's what happens. I just see it and I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Why do I play Splatoon? As a question for those out there who've watched me play this game, why do I play it? I may be the worst person on the planet at this game. That is definitely... It is honest to God within the realm of possibility that there is no one who is worse at this game than I. That is actually possible, I think. Holy shit. There's some shots behind me. I mean, this map's cool. Okay. I'll get you. Damn it. Damn it. Again, can't aim. We made a big push there, though. I can't tell if the people who were like die hard about this game will like this map or not. I feel like the main things that people are complaining about is that the maps have been too narrow before, but I don't know if this type of wideness is what they're actually after. Because I'll be honest, I hear the way that some of them describe it, and I don't know what they're actually... I don't know what they want. I hear what some competitive players say they want from this game, and the way they describe it, I don't get what they mean. So I'm not actually sure. Brute Style, that's a good name. I'm gonna go back to the NSAP. What I'm going to do is go back to the NSAP. That is my plan. That is my plan. I have mains. I should stick with them. At least I have more than literally just one. How many losses is that? Less than usual. Less than usual. Gotta get ready for work. Understandable. Goose at work. Goose hard at work. You have so many emotes, bro. Gordon. You have so many fucking emotes. I was about to say, what the fuck were you just doing there? But I see that you have a gold gun on you. That was a booyah bomb. I just saw you hovering in the air and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on there? Wow, that does not work with the hologram. Wow, that doesn't work with the hologram. Holy shit. Wow, that just doesn't work. Oh my god, the sound this thing makes. God damn it. What's up? See, here's the real thing. Here's the real thing. If you don't want to lose, don't play with me. That's the real advice here. That's the real advice. So I think this is why I think this is why Splatoon is my favorite multiplayer game. I'm bad at every multiplayer game because I'm fucking trash god awful at video games in general, and I'm incredibly bad at them. So I'm bad at every multiplayer game because every other person is better than me at them. But in Splatoon, the losses are still fun. I think this is why I like Splatoon over other ones. Fix your games and your servers. For them to fix their servers, they would need them in the first place. Remember, they don't have servers. This is the thing you gotta remember about why this game functions so poorly. Nintendo don't have servers. The entire thing is peer-to-peer. This is why it has the issues that it does. Because it only requires one person to have something bad to go on, and then it's bad. And also it requires everyone to be consistent, and that's just, well, a lot to ask for of people's personal home internets rather than a fucking billion-dollar corporation who can afford servers and just haven't done so. Mario Kart runs fine. Well, I imagine Mario Kart needs a lot less for it to run than this. Mario Kart has a lot less to process at any one given time compared to this. I feel like that's probably why this and Smash go so poorly performance-wise, because they've got so much more information to work out compared to something like Mario Kart. Like Mario Kart has a lot less for it to work out, where this has like all of the paint it's got to work out, all of the individual shots being fired, of the 8 people that are in the lobby and stuff like that. I mean, it's probably also a way of how they, about how they process it. If, like, one person lags in Mario Kart, that person's just laggy. But in Splatoon, if one person lags, it just says fuck you and kicks everyone out. Which is also an issue. Question is, when will Splatoon get rolled back? You know, but if we're asking for Nintendo to get servers, we might as well shoot for the fucking moon. Just yell at Nintendo to put rollback into it. Okay, that was just me overextending. That's 100% my bad. If, like, fucking Fighters and Tekken 7 and Xrd, if that shit can get fucking rollback, fuck you, Nintendo. Put it in here. Tekken 7's getting it, for fuck's sakes. Like, god damn it. That one is still, that is still wild to me. I feel like there was one that was even more batshit insane about getting rollback recently than even Tekken 7. But I'm not sure. I mean, Xrd getting it is a big deal. Then all the people who bitch about Strive all the time can go back and play the Guilty Gear that they like. So there's that. There is that. I don't know if Tekken 7 is that. I mean, Tekken 7's like old at this point. But I feel like there was one that was like a big, oh, holy shit, how is this getting rollback? You see, like this, 3 of us were able to push pretty damn well with the Super Chump. 3 of us pushed really well with the Super Chump just there. So what I'm learning is that I should stick with the NZAP. What I'm learning is that I should stick with the NZAP because that's a weapon I'm good with, and I should just use this. This is the difference. This is your Splatoon on NZAP. The previous match is your Splatoon on anything that's not NZAP or Splattershot for Junior. Specifically Junior. But yeah, we're asking Nintendo to shoot for the fucking stars by actually having dedicated service for their online games that they charge money for now. Then we should really shoot for the stars and just demand rollback. The thing is that Nintendo's online is significantly cheaper than any of the other onlines. So I don't know if fine's the right word for it, but like, I pay it and I don't complain, right? I mean, that's kind of my attitude to a lot of things. In a habit that's probably not super healthy, I'm very much the type of person where if I want something, I'll just pay the cost of it. And like a high enough cost, costs need to start getting really out of hands for it to be too much of a cost to actually deter me from wanting to buy something. And a habit that's probably not super healthy, especially as someone who lives in a 3-bedroom apartment on her own. Probably not a healthy habit, a healthy mentality to have. But even though Nintendo's is the cheapest, you could definitely make the argument that it's the one you're getting the least money's worth for it, because you're literally not paying for anything, because, again, they don't have dedicated service for their video games. Well, an Amazing Mirror will be, most likely be like it, but it should still be fun. So, we were talking about that, right, and hyping it up. I have to buy the expansion pass for that, don't I? Like, that's not just having Nintendo Switch Online. The Game Boy Advance stuff is the expansion pass for NSO, right? Because that means I have to pay extra money to get a movie. Yeah, splatted player, and it was someone using a Splash Shot Junior. Did I just kill someone who's in their first match? We're fighting against 3 juniors and 1 fucking random fucking fire fin sniper. Although I don't know if it's called the fire fin charger anymore. I don't actually know if it's called that. I remember reading something where it's just like the brands have actually like combined together, and it's like a collaboration of the weapon or something like that. I was reading something about that. Because it should just be like the fire fin charger. But it's not, it's like called the Z plus F charger now. Because I think it's zinc plus fire fin. I think. Again, even brands like undergo transformations across the Switch games. But there's one of the brands in the game now, I think it's Embers? I could be wrong on that one. That is in canon, a combination of 2 previous things. 6 for GBA and Dennis and expansion pass. That means if we want, that means we'll have to pay extra for that. I said I have no idea how much that costs. Can you buy the expansion for like a single month? Because I am absolutely not the person who's going to use the expansion every month. I don't want to add on the expansion for like the yearly pass. But I'd be willing to add the expansion for like when we play Amazing Mirror or when I play any particular of those. Like basically, if it's a game I'll stream. The only time I'm going to use the Nintendo Switch Online games is for streaming purposes. I'm never going to play them on my own. That's just not who I am anymore. I don't play games in my own time unless it's the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV Online. That's just who I am now. And to be fair, I've been that person for a while. Just from 2018 to 2021, change it from Final Fantasy XIV Online to Monster Hunter. So just change that aspect. And that's who I've been for like a while. I have a super jump that I've not used for ages. Who even needs it when we're crushing this hard? Ah! I keep trying to jump to use it because I think I'm going to throw it so I get a little bit extra distance. But you place it on the fucking ground. Yeah, I really just need to use the NZAP, eh? I just need to use the fucking NZAP. What I'm learning is that I just need to use the NZAP. But yeah, I'll buy the expansion pass on a month-to-month basis if I'm streaming games from it. But I'm sure if you can get regular version for a month anymore. Ugh! The thing is, I have no idea how much the expansion costs in Australia. By the way, we won. Now that I'm using the NZAP, we're crushing it. Weird how that happens. Weird how that happens. I guess we just got unlucky in all those matches we lost. Just happened to get unlucky on those ones. I just have no idea how much it costs in Australia to actually add on that. Can I look it up? NSO expansion Australia. Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. How much is this? How much is it in Australian dollars? I'm already mad that it was $40 for the Splatoon one. By the way, the Splatoon expansion pass in Australia is $37.50. I was considering putting it off until I realized I had the gold points, so I did get it a bit cheaper. How does this not tell me the price? How does Nintendo's website not tell me the fucking price? How does it not tell me the price? What the fuck? Okay, oh my god, fuck you video. Oh my god, fuck you Nintendo. The expansion pass is like the one thing that doesn't come month to month. You can purchase the normal online for a month, or 3 months, or a year. The expansion pass is only for a year. But you can add it onto your current one for the amount of your remaining one. Could do that. Which I bet would cost more for, like, thing. Yeah, it's 60 US. Yeah, it's 60 Australia. Remember I have beacons? I will try to remember. I'll try to remember. Shove your beacons in the middle of the super chomps. They won't know. Yeah, it's 60 Australian for the expansion pass. That's for a year. So, yes, doing Amazing Mirror Online would be me paying the cost of a video game. A cheap video game. It's also so funny to see the way Americans talk about game prices. Because there's been a lot of, you know, the discourse about Tears of the Kingdom. Ow. There's been a lot of discourse about Tears of the Kingdom costing $70. I've seen a lot of people use very, very, very extreme language to describe Tears of the Kingdom being $70. And one, I don't know if this is the case in other countries. Are PS5 and Xbox Series X games just not more expensive than Nintendo Switch games in America? Because it has been the case since, like, the fucking Wii 360 generation here, that Xbox and Sony games, like PlayStation games, cost more than the other ones, like, always. So even with that increase, is it not still just cheaper than the other consoles? So the amounts of anger is a bit confusing. But two, it's also just funny seeing people just being like, $70 for a video game, what a fucking ripoff, this is such bullshit and stuff like that. Meanwhile, PS5 games in Australia are $125. And no, that's not an exaggeration. When I bought Returnal, it was $125. So... I mean, obviously, like, I stand by all of, like, the arguments of, like, capitalism in terms of it just being like, is that extra $10 because the product actually costs that much amount more for how much they need to put the resources into it? Does it cost that much more because they were increasing the pay of the people who worked on it to cover that? Or are they just charging more because they want to make more profit off it? I obviously understand and agree with all of that, but it's just, I find it odd that Tears of the Kingdom is the one that's getting all the flack. These are US pretty stand for all three companies, but now they're starting to go up to 70. So in the States, Nintendo games were the same price as Microsoft and PlayStation games. Have they just always been roughly the same cost? Because in Australia at least, it's always been the case of typically the Switch game, like Wii U, they are. See, that's the difference to Australia. So it's weird for here. It's weird to see that here because it's totally different. Because in Australia, that's not the case at all. Since the Wii era, like Wii, PS3, 360 era, it has typically been the case of Nintendo games are 70 or 80. Like 80 is like the main big ones, like your Pokemon, Marios, and Zeldas and stuff like that. And if it's not one of those, then it might be 70, but might still be 80 and stuff like that. Whereas the Xbox and PlayStation games are 100. So in Australia, Nintendo games have always been cheaper for the most part. Even now, like again, as I said, PS5 games are routinely about 125 here, and it's still about 80 for Nintendo games. So I guess that's just an Australian difference then. Because it was also the thing that I was confused by. I'm just like, why are people giving so much flack to Nintendo for increasing their price to something that would still likely be less than what the other companies have always charged? But if they've always charged the same, then okay. It makes more sense. I just figured that was a thing everywhere. I mean, it is a frequent thing that you experience here of the Australia tax. The Australian dollar is worse than the US dollar, so things cost more here because of that. Okay. And also, if something's coming from America, it has to be shipped to Australia, which is on the other side of the planet. Okay. And then, but then still frequently, you'll see, okay, accounting for shipping and accounting for the change in currencies, it's still like $10 to $15 more for the same thing in Australia. Even once you account for all the factors that make it naturally more expensive here. And then it still ends up more. That has been a frequent thing that has happened here. So maybe it's just a case of that hasn't been happening to Nintendo games here, where it has been happening to Xbox and PlayStation ones. Maybe that's just the case. Though there is also the thing of all of those prices are... Did that kill me on contact damage? Oh no, I got shot as well. Oh, okay, that explains it. But say, did that thing kill me on contact? Jesus. There is also the fact that I'm talking about on release. As I think is common everywhere, Nintendo games famously don't go on sale. So, all of those prices I'm talking about, I guess, are the permanent price of the Nintendo games, whereas other game companies actually have games go on sale every now and then. So you can actually get things for cheaper, but that just never happens with Nintendo. So there is also that aspect. Tears of the Kingdom isn't just $70 on release, it's $70 for its life cycle of existing. I tried to run away, but I ran away on the very obvious glowing line in the sky. Didn't work out. So I guess there is also that. Ow. Ow. Whoa, 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 whoa! So I'm just getting it now and ever. If I haven't yelled about it in every single Splatoon video that I've done in multiplayer, which I'd be stunned if I had. But, go watch Scruffy's video on Now or Never. I was already coming around to Now or Never before that, but watching that really secured me liking Now or Never. Okay, but like, imagine if I did kill them before the ink strike hit me. Imagine if I did. It would have changed nothing, but still. So, we got fucked in our pussies just then. Really hard and aggressively. Jumbo avocado roll. I like it. Merciless mirror. That's just a normal mirror for me. Because when I look at a mirror, I have to see this fucking thing. Anyway, keep it going. Can I change the music while we're waiting here? God damn it! Let these things be functional while doing this! I don't have to disband the lobby to eat food or change the lobby music. Nintendo! 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 It is just amazing how you, like, that's carbon deco. Understandable. Understandable. You know what I really wish for the insert? I want to end up with a splat bomb. After using the splat bomb so much with the Junior in this game, I've really come around on the splat bomb is just my favorite sub-weapon. There are rumors that there won't be a June direct for Nintendo. They've confirmed they're not doing E3. Honest to God, I don't know how E3 is going to happen this year, because I'm pretty sure Microsoft and Sony also confirmed they're not doing anything for it. So I think E3 season may just be dead. It may just be dead. I mean, also June is going to be right after Tears of the Kingdom comes out. So, I don't know if Nintendo would want to push a lot of stuff right after Tears of the Kingdom comes out. They probably want to let Tears of the Kingdom simmer for a long ass time and keep its attention on it for a long ass period of time. Keep Tears of the Kingdom at the front of like the public's mind for as long as they can before like their next big thing comes out. Let it have all the discussions and stuff that might push it to the level of what Breath of the Wild is. A game that is still consistently selling pretty damn well. thing is, like, I'm excited for Tears of the Kingdom, right? Like, I'm so fucking hyped for Tears of the Kingdom. I'm, like, ecstatic for that game. I cannot fucking wait for it to come out. Again, Breath of the Wild is probably my... No, not really. It is. Actually, no, this is... Tears of the Kingdom... Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite games. I put it at third, but I have a feeling that it might get knocked down a bit because I think I might have a new number 1. We'll have to see how it goes once we get further into it. No idea what I'm talking about. Very, very subtle what I could be talking about. But, as hyped as I am for Tears of the Kingdom, like, I'm not those people who are turning around and saying, oh, is Tears of the Kingdom even going to be good? Breath of the Wild was kind of shit. I'm not those people. I'm not the people who every single time there's a new Zelda game that comes out, I turn around and say, well, hopefully this one's good because the previous one sucked, regardless of what I was saying about it when the previous one came out. Because, boy howdy, have I seen some people who were just like, Breath of the Wild's best Zelda game ever made when it came out, who are now turning around and saying Breath of the Wild kind of sucks because it happens every single fucking time a Zelda game comes out. Is that good? Best Kirby game I've played. No, I've played very few Kirby games. Don't kill me! I am really Prometheus to that shit. I'm a dumbass. Forgive me. My point is, as excited as I am for Tears of the Kingdom, I am going into it not expecting it to be better than Breath of the Wild. Like, I'm going in with the expectation of I will really enjoy Tears of the Kingdom, and I'll have a lot of fun with it. I am not going in expecting it to be better than Breath of the Wild. Not because I'm trying to temper my expectations for disappointment, not because what I've seen so far of it looks like it sucks or anything like that. It's just, I don't know how you recapture the lightning in a bottle that is Breath of the Wild. I don't know how you do that. It's not because of any doubts. Wow, we did badly. Me being Incept's not going very well. What happens with Zelda games? Every new game is ship, and then 5 years later we realize, oh, hey, it's good. Well, it's always, as the new game's about to come out, the most recent release was Shithouse, but the one right before it, now that was the good stuff. And it happens literally every single time. In the lead up to Breath of the Wild coming out, people were just like, Skyward Sword fucking sucks. But remember how good Twilight Princess was? Despite the fact that when Skyward Sword came out, it was very commonly accepted that it was a fantastic fucking Zelda game that people fucking loved. And yes, this is what people thought of it when it came out, including the general public. They changed their fucking minds as time went on. Because it was also before Skyward Sword came out, people were just like, Twilight Princess kind of sucked. It wasn't open enough. It didn't have enough to do. And like, the story was too grimdark. But Wind Waker was nice and bright and colorful, and that was the cool shit. It happens every fucking time, and I'm honest to God, just so over it. It's just now it's happening where the game that's coming out afterwards is a direct sequel that's inspired by it. So now it's just like, well, Breath of the Wild actually sucks, and this game says Breath of the Wild again, so it also sucks. And I'm like, okay. I'm seeing people who I know for a certain were just like, people that when Breath of the Wild first came out were just like, this is revolutionizing the industry, this is one of the best games ever made, who are now turning around and saying, Breath of the Wild's kind of meh. And obviously people can change their opinions as time goes on and everything like that. Like, just because you change your opinion doesn't mean you're just doing it to try and just, like, fit in or you're being contrarian. You're allowed to change your mind, and it's fine. But the reasons that people are giving now for why they've changed their mind, you can tell it's because they're being contrarian. Like the people who say that weapon durability is so bad in Breath of the Wild that it ruins the entire game and the entire game sucks because of it. And I'm just like, Tears of the Kingdom will be a much worse game if it gets rid of it. They can change item management and make it more reasonable to manage your items. That's definitely an issue. But weapons having durability is absolutely not a problem with Breath of the Wild. And if they got rid of it, the game would have been much worse. And I can guarantee that with 100% certainty. Yeah, I think it's going to be weird with me streaming Tears of the Kingdom, because I'm also playing it like the day it comes out. But I don't know how many people will want to watch me do Tears of the Kingdom the day it comes out. So I imagine a lot of people want to play it for themselves and will want to experience the game for themselves. So I don't actually know who's going to be watching me play Tears of the Kingdom when it comes out. Though, if I give it 3 weeks, aka 4 streams at best, everyone else will have beaten Breath of the Wild, and I won't be out of the tutorial area. So it should be fine. I just won't have views on Tears of the Kingdom for about a month, and that's fine. And that's fine. I can accept that. Thing is, because I'm... Ah! Well, I hope killing me was worth it, Mr. No-Scope. Problem with any big release time, different playthroughs and streams happening at the same time. I mean, I'm not... If I cared about the views, I would do literally anything about my channel in any way that I currently don't do it. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And I feel like it's obvious that I don't give a shit, because again, the way I do things doesn't make any sense for someone who actually cares a modicum about the views that they get. It's like, I know a shitload of people will be playing Breath of the Wild, and I will absolutely not be unique in terms of the LPs or anything like that. But I don't care. I want to play it, and I know that I will enjoy the game more if I stream it. So, I'm gonna stream it. Also, people really liked my my Breath of the Wild LP. So, I hope people who really liked my Breath of the Wild LP also enjoy my LP. It's been a hot 6 years since that, so I feel like my commentary style has probably changed quite substantially since then. But I hope people enjoy it. I hope those who decide to watch it do enjoy it. What is happening with my stream manager? Switching my phone has been being weird the entire stream. So are we consistently not having someone play? Or are we actually just doing this poorly? We've been fucking annihilated like the last 3 games, and I'm back to NZEP. We've been absolutely... Is it because I'm not focusing on the game because I'm doing a single-person podcast right now? Could be that. I mean, I didn't get a single kill that game. It could be that. I'm correct. We do, every match, we do consistently have a person who's not playing. And it's me. But I painted. But I painted. But I did paint. So the issue is that my best LPs and my most viewed LPs will likely never line up that much. There are some LPs of mine that I reckon are really fantastic, but because of the games that they are, not many people will watch them. But that being said, some of my more viewed LPs are definitely some of the ones that are better. Danganronpa V3, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I'd say FF14, but I actually don't know how good that is as an LP. I feel like FF14 is one of those LPs that are very much a, you have to be there for the stream kind of thing. I can't imagine anyone who would go back and watch it as an LP nowadays, because it's like 400 hours, and we're barely into it. But don't worry about it, it's fine. This episode is here on the US prior, so streaming, well, whatever day it comes out, I will be streaming. I mean, I'll be streaming it late. I'll be streaming it late. So, like, I'm not taking the day off work to stream it or anything. And that was actually something I was saying before, but that I didn't say. With me now being a streamer, because when I did Breath of the Wild, the first episode of Breath of the Wild went up onto YouTube before the Switch was released in most parts of the world, because I'm in Australia and we're ahead of most of the world. I went to a midnight release of the Switch, got Breath of the Wild with it, came home, immediately recorded the first episode of Breath of the Wild, and then immediately rendered and uploaded it. So the video got uploaded to YouTube before most of the world had released the Switch, which is a funny advantage to living in Australia. Though, with streaming, it's now an advantage that gets some Australians banned on Twitch, because companies will see someone streaming the game super early and just being like, oh, you must be playing like a pirated or stolen copy because you're playing it earlier than everyone else. You're getting the ban hammer. And it's just like, no, I'm just in Australia. Just because most of us are descended from convicts doesn't mean that everything that we do is criminal, except for everything that we do being criminal because it's all on stolen lands. But outside of that aspect of it, no. Ah, Jesus. So, I mean, I can't do that as much now. Because when I was just doing the normal, like, I did like an hour. I did an hour of Breath of the Wild. So I had finished recording by about 1:30. And then I started rendering and uploading it, and I rendered an hour and uploaded an hour, and I got it up super quick. Where now, if I was to come home and stream, like if I was to stream it at midnight, fucking, I'd be up until like 4 or 5 in the morning getting that shit ready. Even by the time I got that bitch rendered and uploaded, I probably wouldn't beat putting it onto YouTube before it got released in other places. I could stream it before it was released, but then I also run into the issue of committing the crime of Australian. So, you know. So I'll just play it after work, whatever day it comes out. But just remind me, I do need to place my pre-order for it. I do need to place my pre-order for it. I got a gift card for EB Games, so I won't have to pay the full thing, because I've got nothing else to buy at EB Games, so that's not buying any other video games. This is going horribly. This was going okay, and then it started going really fucking badly. I think this map is like Scorch Gorge, where it's so wide that I can't tell where the enemies are, and I get overwhelmed. Like, I get snuck up on because the map is just so wide that I can't keep a track of where everything is. I think the same thing is happening here as on Scorch Gorge. Which is kind of funny because I'm pretty sure the large, more open maps that have a lot more places to move is what the competitive community wants from Splatoon. And it's the maps that I'm the worst at. So there is that. There is that, which is funny. Actually, let me have a look. Let me have a look at the EP games. How much does Tears of the Kingdom cost here? I actually don't know. Is it on the homepage here? No, Kirby Home Deluxe is here. Ah, you motherfucker! You piece of garbage! Ah! Balls! Huh. Tears of the Kingdom's not even going up in price in Australia compared to the previous one. Or the previous one also. Actually, now that I think about it. Did Breath of the Wild get increased in price at the same time? Now that I'm looking at it, did Breath of the Wild increase at the same time? Because Breath of the Wild is 90. But so is Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom is also 90. They're both 90 in Australia. So did they increase the price of the Breath of the Wild here? Or are they just not increasing the price of Tears of the Kingdom here because it was already more? Splatoon user title. Wow, could not have given me a worse title. So useful. So useful. So let me have a look here. Let me have a look. Okay, so you want an example, right? Of I don't get it when people talk about like the games being more expensive. So Tears of the Kingdom, the game that's going up. Sorry, I got it ready up as well. I was waiting for Mike and Joan. I didn't actually hear that Mike and Joan. So Tears of the Kingdom going up in price. Oh, we get a leather luggage tag with it if we pre-order. Okay, what? What? Okay, but let's set up 11 matches out of 16. I'm not good at this game. I have mentioned this. I'm bad at the game. I'm bad at this video game. You should not be surprised by this. I've proven this in every stream that we do of this. So yeah, Tears of the Kingdom going up in price. It's $90 in Australia. Yakuza, or like, I shouldn't say it because I call that anymore. Like a Dragon Ishin is 100. Atomic Heart is 110. God of War Ragnarok pre-owned is 100. Forspoken is 115. Dead Space is 110. The remake. That's a new record for us? No! You were not here for the last Splatfest then. You are not here for the last Splatfest then. It's not worse than that. It is not worse than that. So, yeah. Even with the price increase, Tears of the Kingdom in Australia, at least, for us here, it is still cheaper than most current releases on PlayStation 5. By like $15 to $20. So again, it's just why is that? Why are the other games so much more expensive here then? Why are Nintendo games the cheap one in Australia? If they're in America, basically the same price across the board. Is it because Australia is close to Japan? Is it literally just that? Is it just because of the shipping? I don't know where they would print Switch games for Australian copies. Because they'd be region coded to Australia, even if they're not region locked anymore. They're still region coded to Australia. They're still that. So I don't know where they're printed. It's easier to throw them across. Well, yeah, we're much closer to Japan than the States. The States is basically the opposite side of the planet compared to Australia. I don't know if it's the most opposite, but I think it might be the furthest away compared to Australia. Like, for major continents, I mean. I don't think Europe is further away. I think Europe is closer. Like, flying from Australia to the States is like a full day and a half fucking journey from the people I know who have done it. Ah! Fuck up their base! Whee! So now they're in danger, high voltage. Fire in the disco. Fire in the very few Taco Bells that exist in New South Wales! What? So, you know, it's just funny. It's just funny how different it is, where it's just like, Tears of the Kingdom's a rip-off for its cost. It's still cheaper than Forspoken. And based on the reviews of Forspoken, I feel like I know which one you're gonna get your money's worth out of. So apparently Forspoken plays well. I don't know. I mean, like, the main thing that I've seen people talk shit about Forspoken is the dialogue, which, I'll be honest, most dialogue from other AAA games is as bad, if not significantly worse, and I feel like Forspoken mainly gets a bad rap for it because the main character is black, because a lot of gamers are still very racist. Look at how people reacted to Deathloop. But gameplay-wise, I have no idea. Opposite side of Japan is somewhere in the ocean near Brazil. Well, yeah, near Brazil would be the opposite side of the ocean compared to Australia, so... like, if you go up and I think west a little bit, that's when you hit Japan. So there's that. We crushed on that one. Childish content creator. Where's my content creator title? It's accurate. I'm not much of a... I say I'm not much of a Splatoon content creator. I've done a fair number of streams in this game. I'm just not a Splatoon content creator of people who make videos and everything. Not good enough we can justify that. I'll be honest, I'll be honest, I don't know how people become content creators who focus on one game or one series for every single thing that they do. I'll be honest, I genuinely don't get how people do it. I feel like I am very good at fucking rambling on forever and having the ability to never shut the fuck up no matter what I'm doing. I don't know if I could do every single stream that I do on a single game or series and still have the drive to do it after a long ass time. Pretty sure Square Enix is already close to Forspoken Studio. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have as well. This is the issue with now me actually getting into Square Enix games. I'm into fucking FF7 Remake, which needs 2 more parts to be released, and I'm into 14. A fucking online MMO. Well, I guess the O part is redundant there, but I'm into those ones. Yeah, big enough franchises constantly updated. Like, even if I was to only do Final Fantasy 14, even if I only did Final Fantasy 14, I don't know if I could do that and be the only thing that I do. I would get so bored. But, yeah, it's concerning me liking, Square Enix stuff, especially as the stuff that I like of Square Enix is long-term, and Square Enix needs to continue existing as a company for those things to continue, and, Square Enix as a company consistently does not know how to make good decisions. In fact, they seem damn near fucking allergic to them. So, you know, it's slightly concerning. It's slightly concerning to be a Square Enix fan. Has there been any other like major game company that has been on the verge of bankruptcy and has had one miracle product pull through and not fucking died as Square Enix? Like, it just feels like it's constant. Oh fuck, we're about to die. Oh, thank God A Realm Reborn did okay. Oh fuck, we're about to die again. Oh, thank God Nier Automata's doing okay. Oh, we're fucking up again. Well, FF14's coming back in a big way. So... And I mean, again, this is literally the defining thing of Final Fantasy. That is how Final Fantasy started. So... This is terrifying, you know? I mean, like, I have to accept that one day FF14 won't be playable, and that day is going to be heartbreaking. But I'll be honest, like, the main thing that's going to hurt about FF14 not existing, like it not getting any more expansion, like, if the expansions stop but the game's still playable, then that's fine, right? But when it no longer becomes playable, I can no longer hang out in the world of Ailsa, and that's gonna suck. And the thing that's gonna suck the biggest is I won't be able to play as Minor Fist anymore, who at this point is like my most heavily attached OC that I've ever had. And it's just like, oh, here's an OC that I really like care for and stuff like that in a lot of different ways. And now they just don't exist. That's right. I'll ask people to, I'll get someone to rip the model of Minor Fist before the game dies. And then I'll learn how to do Source Filmmaker animations. And I will make Source Filmmaker animations of Minor Fist. And that is how I'll live my life. That is what I'll do. At that point, I would probably also turn, like, I'm not going to do it now, because Minor Fist is very much an FF14 thing. I'm not going to recreate Minor Fist in other games. But if FF14 ever dies and you can't play it anymore, then I will probably turn every creator character in every game I play into Minor Fist. That I'll do. Assuming the games that you have grey skin that doesn't look horrible. Which is probably a big ask. So is this map just a blowout for one team or the other? Is that just how this map works? If you get a good push on this map, do you just fucking win? Because every match on this map, I feel, has been that. Where it has been an absolute fucking landslide for one team or another. Holy crap. Seems like it. It's just, yeah, you get that push past the middle and you just fuck them up. That middle area seems to be tightly contested, but once you get past that, you just fucking go for it. Subsaver! Subsaver Pog! I actually got a subsave from that. Now, if only that was actually for rolling that. Can I look at how many I have? 20 to 29! Still doing poorly, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. I actually have 2 subsaver things on my boot. So if I get 30, then I can actually put subsaver onto the thing. And then I'll actually have this gear set done. Now that White Ink Rider's in the game, though, I will probably make a second gear set that doesn't have Ninja Squid, and then focus it a little bit differently. Probably just one that goes full ham offensive, just like faster, special charge, super jump, special power, sub-saver, main saver. And probably some speed. Just focuses like all of that stuff, so just across the board better. Where this has like run speed and swim speed up, with a bit of sub-saver and a bit of main saver. A little bit of power, special power. But just make one that like goes more ham on all of that. Well, I probably make the 3 main primaries: sub-saver, special charge, and like sub-saver, main saver, and special charge. I'll probably make those the main 3. And then the side options for all of them, probably super jump speed up, maybe special power up, probably normal swim speed up, so I want to be fast and done around to do that. Just whatever I'm feeling in the mood for. I don't know if White Inky Ride is only introduced in this season or whether it's always been a thing, but you know. That Autobomb was chasing that motherfucker to the end of the earth, I slept. Holy crap. The sound that makes when it comes out. Very much Boom Machine Gun Let's Go vibes. Very, very strongly those vibes when that thing gets fired. Oh, ink vac. Fuck you. Oh, there is nothing more satisfying in this world than denying an ink vac user. Oh, God. Oh, I love it so much. I love it so much. Because it's just so funny because you can just absolutely catch people off guard with it if they're not ready for it. Just the moment that the moment it runs out and they can't absorb anymore, they're slow, they're lining up a shot, and you have an Ninja Squid, bitch. Oh, God. Alright, well, I'm dumb and bad at video games. Okay, no. Not safe. Not safe, not safe, not safe. Not safe. I was gonna jump over, but then people started dying. Just super jumped. You just super jumped, so I could have super jumped. I get even stuck in this little corner here. I gotta stop doing that. Oh my god! Oh my god, leave me alone! Did they inkjet? I was about to say, did they inkjet the entirety of my super chump? I thought that's what happened at the start there, but no. I don't think it's quite what went down. I thought that's what they did, and I was panicking there for a second. Just like, can you actually just, because I know you can ink back like Booyah Bomb. You can ink back Booyah Bomb. But I was worried that they just ink back the entirety super chump, but no. At least some of it got out. We lost that! Oh, I didn't even see that part of the beginning there. Well, that one wasn't on me. That one was not on me. I feel like I did we definitely had it. Yeah, we had it for a while, and then we just got pushed right at the end there. Not me, though. Not me. Not because of me. Anyway, I will call it there. I will call it there. That is where I shall end it for the day. It's 6 p.m. and I gotta cook dinner tonight. So, I'm not gonna, so I'll call it there for the time being. I gotta say, I like the new NZAP. I like the new NZAP. I feel the same way towards this NZAP that I do the custom junior, where it feels like it does a similar role to what the original weapon does, but just goes about it in a slight, with a slight twist, right? Because your normal NZAP has the support with suction bombs, deny someone moving in an area, and tactical, helping people push. Where this one, its denial is auto bomb, get someone out of an area, and super chump, help push an area. But it does it in a little bit different way compared to that. So I can play this, it's not like the sub just completely changes how you want to do the playstyle of the weapon, which some loadouts for weapons, between what's there, you change up how you play the weapon. Not always that drastically, but you know. This still keeps the NZAP the way that I like it, but it makes it feel a little different. Makes it feel a little different. So I'm gonna go back to that when my lizard dogs are clearly fucking. Mikey's dogs, oh, they fucking! That's what's happening there. That's what's happening there. But it's the same, yeah, it's the same with the custom junior. The custom junior, the way it does its support is just by letting everyone else know, the bitch is here! The torpedo, bitch is here! Wavebreaker, bitches are all over here. Whereas the normal junior has two different things. It's got the shield bubbler, which is the fuck off, and then it's got the splat bomb, which is the fuck you. I think that is still my favorite weapon. I think my favorite weapon is still the normal junior. I just love the set that it has so much. All the bitches are here. That's what Wavebreaker is. Wavebreaker is just bitches are here. And Torpedo is this bitch is here. Yeah, I still think the normal junior is my favorite, but I so much of that comes down to the splat bomb. The bubble is really nice, but the bubble's way more situational, and it's more so just for holding a point, which in some maps, holding a point is how you push a point, but not every map. Question is, which bitch do you want? Whichever one is slow moving enough and not good enough at the game that me with my incredibly haphazard aim, I can focus on them, and after I fire 14 shots, I kill them with my 3-shot weapon. That's the bitch that I want. Because, sure, I can kill this fast and go 1, 2, 3 and they're dead. But I need to go 1, 2, 3 and they're dead. So this is turn on the game around to a shiny Dunsparce. Mikey is shiny luck. You're a shiny luck charm. I feel like you're crouched way lower than usual. Do you normally crouch down that low? I feel like you normally crouch when you're running around. Is it normally this low? Damn. Anyway, that is where I shall call it for today. Stay tuned later this fucking week. We're gonna fight a Ouroboros. Oh, and also Inkblot Art Academy is being taken over by Salmonids. Oh no. Honest to God, I forgot we're in Inkopolis. But I will say, this music here. Shit, found a Pikachu. What the fuck is happening? I found a shiny Octoling. The green hair, it's shiny. No, shiny Octoling is in the white Incubator. This music here, outside the front of this is nostalgic as hell. Being out the front of the tower. And this music is happening. This is nostalgia inducing. Can you believe that Splatoon 1 is 14 years old this year? Time has gone by. Wow, it is weird to be here. This is so not worth the cost of a DLC expansion. But we get side order later and I can make content out of this, so that's why I'm here. I'm not sure why this is here, and I'll probably never come back. But I had to buy it to get side order, and there's no way I'm not playing side order, so there's that. But yes, stay tuned later this weekend when we're under attack yet again. But this time, it's another giant, but a longer, but not as thick giant. That's what's happening next time. I hope that clears it up. So until then, this is version 2, signing